Today I'm watching Firefly episode 7. Episode 6 was about the captain inadvertently acquiring a wife through this ritual at a party. The wife ended up having ulterior motives and set the ship on this navigational course that would set it through this chop shop for ships, basically, where they would scrap the parts and it would electrify everybody on board. Luckily Jayne was able to step in and save the day, and they were able to continue on their journey. So I'm really enjoying the series. Each character's quirks and traits are coming through, and I'm really enjoying getting to know them. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you're ever curious about what kind of gear I use or what's on the bookshelf, I've included a link below. And if you want to have a say in what types of movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
See you two tomorrow. Don't let Mel get you into too much trouble while I'm gone.
Bye, Mel. Have good sex.
Interesting send-off, but I think she had good intentions. Yeah, he's taping a gun to himself. Oh, ow. That's what makes Jayne cry, is peeling off medical tape off your belly. That would probably actually hurt.
I don't know, River.
Go on. I'm a shepherd after all.
And Kaylee wants to spend more time with Simon, I think. Oh.
Nothing.
Oh.
Can pass the savings directly onto you, the customer.
Saving.
That's horrible.
Get this job done.
Okay, so this planet makes clay and that they use it to make ceramic things? Okay.
You haven't been here in years, Jayne. You really think you need that get-up?
No one's gonna remember you.
Depends what he did.
Possible they were.
They made a statue out of him? Oh gosh. Is he idolized or feared? Or both?
Come on, Hoban. Got a job. Let's go do it. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, then why build the statue? I'm very curious as to what, why that's there.
Journey wasn't too taxing?
Not at all. I'm refreshed and ready. Shall we begin at, say, 7:30?
Perfect.
Very cordial, yeah.
All your arts to deal with this particular problem.
Every problem, Mr. Higgins, is an opportunity in disguise.
Haha, that sounds like a motivational poster. Okay. And again, seeing like the influence of Asian culture. They had those banners with the Asian language on them.
What?
Bible's broken. Contradictions, false logistics. Doesn't make sense.
No, you can't.
So we'll integrate non-progressional evolution theory with God's creation of Eden.
She fact-checking the Bible?
We call it mother's milk. All the protein, vitamins, and carbs will be your grandma's best turkey dinner, plus 15% alcohol.
That sounds like a horrible mixture. Who thought of that?
Kept them from starving and knocked them out at night so they wouldn't be inclined to insurrection.
Wow, Simon, that was so historical.
That's what they're feeding the people who are in these like work camps at this clay mud planet. Okay. Liquid bread? Gah, no thank you. Take regular bread, please.
Your eyes are
In any form.
Jayne.
There's a song about him? What?
He robbed from the rich and he gave to the poor.
He's like their Robin Hood?
And he gave him what for. Our love for him now ain't hard to explain.
He's been idolized on this planet for 2 years. Boy named Sue, man called Jayne.
I think it's like the song says. Lifted me in one of his hovercraft. I got tagged by anti-aircraft. Started losing altitude. Had to dump in strong boxes. Stay airborne.
So they think he dropped off the money to give to the poor.
Entree's long. And I drop it right square in the middle of Mud Farmer Central.
Yeah, so they think he's a hero because he dropped all this money, but it was just so he could stay up in the sky. He wasn't trying to do anything good. He was just trying to keep his spaceship afloat. Oh, that's so funny. Whoops. This whole time, Jayne has had this like secret, group of fans he doesn't know about. And of course they recognize him. Yeah. Maybe Jayne will stay here, you know, seems to be where he's welcome.
Hero of Canton won't be drinking that sun man, yeah. He drinks the best whiskey in the house!
Jayne's like, how do I tell them I wasn't trying to do something nice? I was just trying to save my own butt.
She's all part of our new client.
Okay, how are they going to use his hero status with this deal?
Only your son belongs here. Now, why don't you go on and let us begin our work?
Listen here, young lady.
Good night, Mr. Higgins.
Oh, his dad bought him a companion or set him up with a companion to lose his virginity? Okay.
You know, I've saved lives.
Simon's getting drunk.
Many gone wrong thing.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Pretty funny.
You're pretty.
Oh, drunk flirting. Okay.
Well,
I suppose. Jayne's certainly feeling better about life, but
I
not really
said
better.
things are going well.
Kaylee's like, don't ruin this for me, Captain. Give me a minute, please.
Oh.
River, honey, he's putting the hair away now.
Doesn't matter. We'll still be there. Waiting.
Waiting. She's afraid of his hair.
Jayne Day celebration in Town Square tomorrow.
Jayne Day, a national holiday everywhere.
The more you accept that, the stronger you'll become.
Yeah, seems like his dad's a bit overbearing. Oh my, the removal of glasses. That's the official sign for Smoochtown. Oh my.
That's one hell of a bonus.
And then, when we put that statue of you in Town Square, he rolled in, wanted to tear it down, but the whole town rioted.
You guys have a riot?
I can't believe you're back.
Jayne's like, I'm never leaving. He's like, a riot's the way to my heart. How did you know?
There's a problem in Watertown, sir. Jayne Cobb's come back.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I imagine they'd be looking for him too, considering they are the ones who want their money. There's people in there? What?
Stitch? What do you want with me?
Nothing.
Oh.
You paid your debt. It's time you were on your way.
This seems awful. Okay, so this guy was with Jayne when he was on the ship and he jumped out or fell out or whatever happened. Oh gosh. And has now been in jail, that little box, for 4 years basically. So they're trying to get him to seek vengeance on Jayne because obviously they want their money back or like want to get some kind of revenge. Oh gosh.
No, I would never. Not with Kaylee.
What do you mean not with me?
Yeah, explain.
Explain the hero of Canton, and they call.
He's singing his own theme song. Oh my gosh, what a goof.
Excuse me. Can I see a menu?
Oh, they in no way have a menu, sir. If they have food at all, I think you'll be lucky. If they're serving liquid bread.
Morning, kids. Is that Jayne? Is that really him? Wash and pinch me. I must be dreaming.
Just get on over to Town Square, Jayne. The friends are waiting.
It's nice to see them like joking around more in these past episodes and like showing like the camaraderie and stuff they have between the crew.
So,
You mean you actually know Jayne?
Jayne? Jayne Cobb? You're talking about Jayne Cobb?
Yes, Jayne Cobb, the hero of Canton. The only person.
She thought he was talking about Mal.
Low down single of a man.
Listen, sir, I don't know who.
Ah! He looks like Robin Williams in Jumanji. What year is it? Oh!
Where's that no good reptile?
Oh!
Hey, boy, I'll cut off every last bit of them good looks.
Bonked him. Oh! Ah! Oh gosh.
It's gonna cost you an eye.
Ah!
Come on!
That's a high price, sir.
Their boy. Just drive by nice and slow.
Yeah, well, the whole town's distracted at this statue and idolizing Jayne. They're able to sneak out with the stolen goods.
No good with words, don't use them much myself.
He's more of a fists guy than a, you know, eloquent speeches guy.
You people have been given the shortest end of the stick ever been offered a human soul in this crap verse.
Yeah, they've had it pretty tough.
But you took that end. And you took it.
Yep.
And that's, well, I guess that's something.
Sure, yeah, that's, you know.
Wow. That didn't sound half bad.
He put some sentences together. Not the worst speech I've ever heard. Ah!
Jayne in. Back we used to work together, he and I.
Ah!
Now why don't you just let old Stitch speak his piece?
I guess 4 years and a hot box should have a lot of time to think. Yep, yeah, I'm sure he's got quite the speech prepared. Might put Jayne's speech to shame.
Magistrate's safe, weren't they?
You gonna talk me to death, buddy? Is that the plan?
This is the plan.
Oh my gosh, that guy just, oh no. He just sacrificed himself. Ah! Well, oh. Oh, that kid sacrificed himself for Jayne. Oh gosh. Oh. And now Jayne's just murdering this guy in front of the whole town. I think Jayne needs to has some anger issues he's got to work out here. Yeah, now you're not a hero. You just literally killed him at the foot of your statue.
Well, there ain't people like that.
Aw.
There's just people like me.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't mean to, but here we are. He's gonna knock down his own statue. Oh, bye. Oh gosh. Well, yeah, no, it says good to, you know, question your idols. Yeah. Oh, some existential crisis when you push over your own statue. Oh. Well, it was good to be a hero for a day, Jayne. I would not recommend coming back here, though. I'm sure they will remember you this time.
How dare you define me? You wanted to make a man out of me, Dad. I guess it worked.
So the companion's client helped. Okay, good. He's defying his dad, but also helping out the team, you know. Worked for them. But yeah, don't go back there. Yeah, no, I would avoid that planet at all costs.
Just keep walking, preacher man.
She's scared his hair is going to explode.
I'm not, I didn't...
See, you're doing it right now. What's so damn important about being proper?
I think that's all he knows.
Or however it's... Well, it's the only way I have of showing you that I like you.
Okay.
Of showing respect.
So when we made love last night...
When we what?
You really are such an easy mark.
It's my estimation that every man ever got a statue made of him was one kind of some bitch or another.
It's most likely, yes. Yeah, they're probably not the nicest of people.
It's about what they need.
Yeah, they needed a hero, and he just happened to be that guy for them. Aw, Jayne. That's why Jayne sticks to the muscle. Oh. Yeah, and I don't think he'd ever expect somebody to sacrifice himself for him, because I don't think Jayne values himself very highly. So that was my first time watching Firefly episode 7. It was all about Jayne. He was kind of a character we didn't really know too much about. He's kind of just the muscle and doesn't usually say too much, or just kind of has these one-liners where he's usually making fun of people. So it was nice to kind of see a little bit more of his backstory. So they went to this planet where people are called mutters. Basically, it seemed like a work camp where people were sent there to work for free or very, very low wages, basically. And they were feeding them like liquid bread. Like, Like, it just seemed like a really awful place to be sent there. And Jayne was a bit apprehensive going there, as he had said he'd been there before and he didn't think he'd have a warm welcome. He wasn't really sharing his story with the crew, and then when they arrive they see this statue of him and everybody's kind of wondering what's going on. And it turns out Jayne was inadvertently a local hero to this planet and this town, as he, when he was trying to rob from them, actually delivered the money back to them and back to the people who needed it the most. Kind of like this Robin Hood character where he stole from the rich to bring to the poor. So they've idolized him, they recognize him, they're so happy he's there again. They think he's there to bring them more money or offer them more support or something to that effect, and then he has to kind of come clean and realize, I wasn't actually trying to help you, I was trying to help myself. I was trying to just steal this money because I needed it. And then we also see this like jail system they have on this planet, and again, it's been super interesting to see how each planet is different, varying degrees of wealth and intelligence and their police system and how they kind of implement the rules. Whereas this planet was basically, their jail was a hot box, so this literal box where this guy spent 4 years in this box because he had tried to help Jayne steal this money. Jayne had kicked him out of the plane so that they had less cargo and less weight in this plane so the plane could take off. And then unfortunately the guy was captured and sit in this hot box for 4 years. When he finds out Jayne is back in town, he goes after him for revenge, and this townsperson jumps in front of this shot to save Jayne and ends up dying. I think Jayne was struggling with trying to wrap his mindset around that, about why somebody he doesn't really know would do something like that for him, and even somebody he did know, I don't know, has done something like that where they put themselves in harm's way to save him. I don't know if that's something Jayne's experienced before. He seems kind of be like a rough and rugged kind of guy where he's kind of used to people treating him badly, and that's how he kind of treats other people, or he doesn't expect people to be nice to him. That seems to be a little bit of his character. I think it was nice while it lasted for him to be kind of viewed as hero. He had a theme song written after him. They gave him the best whiskey that they had, instead of drinking this horrible liquid bread, whatever that was. So I think he felt good about himself to be viewed this way, and I don't know if he thinks that highly of himself usually, so I think it was nice. It was interesting to see the companion with the client again, because we haven't seen that since I think episode 1 or 2, and she seems to be very compassionate, and she's following all these rituals, and she seems to really take pride in it, and is trying to make it as comfortable for the other person as possible. And she's telling him, you know, like, if your dad had asked me to come here for your dad, I would have said no. Like, I'm very selective of who I choose to be with, and I think that in the end ultimately ended up helping them, because the son had released this landlock his dad had placed on any ship Jayne would be on, basically, if he ever returned. So that helped them escape. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened. This guy would have found them and found Jayne. Yeah, I think the companion is very much, and same with Wash, I find they're both very calming on the ship. Like, they both have a very even tone, and they're usually, if they do get upset, it's not for very long, and they seem to just be very peaceful and calming as opposed to all this chaos. Wash usually has a little bit more of humor involved. Kaylee and Simon kind of spent a little bit more time together in this episode. They got drunk together, talked a bit, and then ended up just falling asleep together on this couch at this bar, but I'm curious to see where that's gonna go. Kaylee definitely seems interested. I think Simon's a little bit apprehensive. I don't know why his reasons are, if he's just used to, like he said at the end of the episode, he's used to being very like prim and proper and polite, and that's all he knows, and that's, I think, part of his identity, and so he doesn't want to give that up, as whereas Kaylee is a little bit more, you know, she says ain't, and she says some words that aren't proper, and that's just kind of who she is, and she just embraces that. And I think Simon is very much still stuck in his ways of being, you don't swear, like they were talking about, you do this, and I think he's kind of put so much focus on his sister. If he was to take away focus from his sister, I think he'd be a little bit worried about that. Even if it was to have a relationship with Kaylee in whatever capacity, I think he's just so locked in on making sure his sister is okay. Any kind of distraction, I think, might be hard for him to deal with. Overall, I enjoyed the episode. It was nice to learn more about Jayne and some of the things he'd gone through before he joined the team on Serenity. And I think we're slowly seeing like a little bit more camaraderie between the crew members. They're joking around a little bit more. They're laughing a little bit more. At least that's what I've noticed in the past few episodes. Thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. He's like, like, a riot's the way to my heart. How did you know? Ah! That sounds like a horrible mixture. Who thought of that? There's a song about him? Drunk flirting. Okay. But yeah, don't go back there. Yeah, no, I would avoid that planet at all costs. Is he idolized or feared?